we get asked all the time, how did you afford to get into real estate? What did you do? How was the process? And really what drove it all was us being able to not afford anything. Whenever I was in the Air Force, I had a civil service job, and I made $35 an hour, $35.15 exactly. And I was bringing home like $1,860 every 2 weeks, which is great. You know, that is good money in South Alabama. And I got to looking around one morning on my porch. I was just kind of admiring what I had. I had a single wide mobile home. I had a truck, 4-wheel drive truck. I had a side-by-side. I had a tractor. I had a lawnmower. I had 6 acres of land. Kristen had a new car. But that's all we had, and it looks like for the foreseeable future, that was all we were going to have. You know, we were never going to be able to go build the nice 2,000, 3,000 square foot plus house on the land we wanted. We were never going to be able to have the beach house that we wanted. We just were going to have the shit that we had, and that was kind of the wake up for me. I started reading books. First book I ever read was Rich Dad Poor Dad, which if you talk to any investor, that's their first book that they read. And after that, I just started talking with people who had done it, and eventually, after we had cut down our expenses and I got out of the Air Force and I got this job that I currently have that I'm about to pull up to right now, I actually took a $10 an hour pay cut to come to this job too, just to come home and really focus on real estate. Because had I stayed in the Air Force, I would have kept traveling. I would have kept, honestly, probably be divorced. But another story. But yeah, I got this job, took a $10 an hour pay cut, and that rocked us a little bit too. You know, you're bringing home less money, but we still found a way. We read the books, we talked to the people, and that's what you got to do. You have to actually take action. There's a thing called analysis paralysis, and you can read about it for the next 10 years till the cows come home. But until you take action and actually learn about it, then you're never going to get anywhere. So that's what we did. We moved out, and I'm having my other video where it shows we made our first trailer, our actual first rental, and we were making an extra $400 a month. And at that time, that was incredible to have an additional $400. And from there, we tasted blood, and we were like, we've got to go for it. And we got hooked up with a banker turned friend. I'm not going to throw his name out there, but a good guy, great guy. He helped me get my start, believed in me from the get-go, even though signs didn't exactly point that way. You look at me, and you're like, does this guy really know what he's talking about? And looking back, I probably didn't know what I thought I was talking about, but he believed in me. He knew that I was going to learn it. He knew that I was going to pick up on it, and that's what got us to where we're at today. And we should be working on getting between our 35 and 40th mobile home this year. And yeah, it's just been great. But you have to take action. If you're not taking any action, if you're just reading the books and not putting it into play, then you're never going to get there. You'll never figure out a way to do it. But once you put yourself into the situation, you're going to find the way. You're going to do it. And that's the best advice I can give someone, because once you get into the journey, it's just going to skyrocket. You'll meet the people you need to meet. God's going to put everything in place like he needs to. You just have to take action. And I'll always say that about people. What else did we do? Oh, yeah, we rode around a lot. So, like, once we got those first initial deals under our belt, that's what we did every weekend. Like, we go out and search for more. And that's how we found actually 1, 2, 3, 4 on one street, just from asking people. That's another thing. You have to go out and knock doors and get told no a bunch. There's a lot of hell no, how'd you get my number? I'm coming to look, well, not coming to look for you, but you'll get all kind of responses from people who don't want to sell anything, but you'll also get a lot of positive responses from people that do want to sell it. So put yourself out there, go buy that first place, and just take the risk, man, because if all else fails, you can always stay at your regular job, and that's kind of how we've always looked at it.